Hello and welcome to another how-to video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the bandhas, or locks, and how you can use them to strengthen your yoga practice. So I'll be going over what exactly the bandhas are, why you should be interested in them and why you might want to practice them, some contraindications to practicing them, and then at the end of the video, I'm going to be going over some exercises that you can do to specifically engage Mulapanda and Uddiyana. So I think a pretty good place to start is what exactly are the bandhas and where are they located along the body? Each bandha acts as an energetic lock or valve. Your three main bandhas direct energy and keep it contained in Sushumna Nadi, the central energy channel. The three bandhas are Mulapanda, root lock, Uddiyana, core lock, and Jalandhara bandha, throat lock. And next, why would you want to engage the bandhas? What exactly are the benefits to practicing them in your yoga routine? A few of the benefits to engaging the bandhas include improving digestion and elimination, toning the visceral organs, improving overall functioning of the alimentary canal, and preparing the mind for meditation. And a few contraindications to the bandhas. Please do not practice engaging them or engage in the exercises to follow if you have any of the following conditions. Please avoid practicing the bandhas if you have any of the following conditions: high or low blood pressure, hernia, an ulcer, issues related to the abdomen, glaucoma, heart disease, or if you are currently menstruating or pregnant. Okay, so now that we have some context as to what exactly the bandhas are, it's time to get into the practical side of things. So for today's video, I'm going to be focusing on Mulapanda and Urinabanda. And taking a look first at Mulapanda, it's located at the base of our pelvic floor. So if you can imagine your hip area as 4 points of a diamond, you have your pubic bone, your two sits bones, and your tailbone. Your Mulapanda is the center of all of those four. So really the base of your perineum, right between your genitals and your anus. So in order to engage Mulapanda, we want to pull up at the perineum. So for women, this is going to feel exactly like you're performing a Kegel exercise. And for men, I've heard that it feels like a deep squeeze of that area. One important thing to note is that this practice takes a very long time to get comfortable with. Even myself, I've only really been practicing it for about a year. And these are not muscles that we tend to engage very often. So just be patient with yourself. It may not feel like you're doing anything, but just try to have that mind-muscle connection in that place that I just identified, and also practicing the exercises that I'm going to give you now. So taking a comfortable seated position so that your spine is nice and tall. If you're not comfortable seated like this on the floor, feel free to elevate your hips with a block or with a blanket or something that allows you to sit upright. And you can actually even pull your butt to either side to have your sits bones directly firmly on either the floor or on the block, whatever you're sitting on. You can bring your hands to your knees. Take a deep breath in. Full breath out. Try to relax all the muscles. Good, and now with your next inhale, for women, try to perform that Kegel exercise, and for men, try to lift up through your perineum. Exhale, release. Good, twice more, just like that. Inhale. Pulling up. Exhale, release. Last one, deep inhale. Exhale, release. Good, so just getting comfortable with that movement. As I said, it's a very subtle movement. It may not feel like you're doing anything. That's totally okay. It takes a while for that mind-muscle connection to develop. And you can also do this reversing the breath. So I'm going to give you the practice of 5 breaths, and we'll do it the first 3 together. So take a deep inhale. Again, just relaxing. Exhale. Inhale. And now this time on your exhale, pulling up through the perineum. Release. Inhale. exhale, engage Mulapanda. Inhale to release. Last one together. Exhale. Good. So this is definitely not a dynamic exercise, but it will have benefits for your yoga practice, one of which includes elongating your lumbar spine. Because as we're tucking our tailbone to engage the area right around our perineum, we're going to bring some length to our lumbar spine, which will have really nice benefits for your back bends as well as your forward flexion. So when you're taking, for example, Paschimottanasana, like a forward fold, working to engage Mulapanda, pulling up and in, pulling all four corners of the diamond up and in. When you fold forward, you can maybe find a little bit more length and a little bit more ease here in the posture. You may even find more depth. So that's one way you can engage it. It's also helpful to engage, as I mentioned, during back bends, and yeah, any position that requires a little bit more length in your low back. And next up we have Uddiyana. And Uddiyana in Sanskrit means flying up, because this bandha entails pulling your belly in so that it hollows out below the rib cage and it looks like your belly is flying up towards your spine. So this bandha is a wonderful way to massage your internal organs and to improve digestion, and is actually one of the precursors, one of the progressions to Nauli Kriya. And I went over all of the progressions that helped me work up to the final wave of Nauli Kriya in that video, which I'll link to right now in the upper right hand corner. And one of the biggest tips I can mention for this one is to practice it on an empty stomach. So ideally first thing in the morning, so that you can get the full range, that you can really pull your belly in as much as you can, hollowing it out, because if you have any food or a lot of liquid in it, it's going to inhibit the range of motion that you have. Although you can practice a slightly different variation of this during your yoga practice. Okay, so how do we practice engaging Uddiyana? I'm going to give you two exercises to do. The first is a little bit more accessible, involves coming into a tabletop position, so all fours. And we're going to imagine taking a cat-cow. For the first one, we'll take a cat-cow. Inhale, dropping your belly down, looking up, shoulder blades together. And then exhale, pushing the floor away, rounding your upper back, pulling the belly in. Now holding here in your cat, take another breath in. Exhale, draw the belly in. And now with your exhale, breath held, pull the belly up and in. Make sure that you release the vacuum, that you release Uddiyana before you inhale again. Let's do it 3 more times. So still here in your cat, inhale. Full exhale. Now holding the exhale, draw the belly button towards your spine. It's quite difficult to hold your breath and perform it, so if you only get 2 seconds, that's totally okay. You will get better with time and with practice. Last one here, inhale. Exhale. Now draw the belly up and in. Good. So just practice doing that, I would say, each morning, maybe 10, 12 rounds, trying to pull it in and holding it there on the bottom of your exhale. And then remember to always release the lock before you inhale again. And the second one actually will engage both Mulapanda and Uddiyana. So it's coming into downward facing. And this position is nice because you actually have already, it should be a little bit easier to engage Mulapanda because you're pushing your hips up and back, and it already, kind of gravity already wants you to keep that area tense of Mulapanda, as well as Uddiyana. You're gonna have an easier time, I find an easier time drawing the belly button up and in. So looking towards your belly, you can keep a bend in your knees here. So you can practice the same maneuver here that we just did in tabletop. So take an inhale, full exhale, and then holding your exhale, draw the belly up and in. Good. So again, I would say if you're practicing that variation, maybe 10 or 12 rounds, it is quite tiring, so just take your time with it. And if those two feel okay, for me it was at least the most difficult to get, but everybody is different, so you may have an easier time with it, is to come into a standing position, bringing your hands to your knees to make a tripod. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, looking to your belly, and then from here, drawing the belly up and in. Whew. Good. So, I will again leave all the names of those exercises down below in the description, but have fun with it. Just take your time. Be patient with your progress because, as I mentioned, it can take years to feel comfortable engaging the bandhas. And yeah, just give it a go because it can only add to your practice. So that's all we have for today's video. I hope that I covered the bandhas thoroughly, though if you have any questions on them, please feel free to leave them in the comments down below. And if you all enjoyed today's video or you learned something, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe because I upload new videos every Monday. And on this kind of yoga-ish note of today's video, I will be releasing my ebook, a 6-week wellness challenge ebook in December, just in time for the holidays. And I've actually made a pre-order option available on the website. So I'll leave all the details for that down in the description box below. And I'm so excited. I'm so proud of how it's turned out. It's been 1.5 years in the making, a real labor of love, and I can't wait to share it with you all. So wishing you a great rest of your day, and until next time, guys. Ciao.